Well, there we go. We promised you it was going to be a big one, and there we have it. Our epic 2023 USA road trip. Our biggest road trip ever.
We are going to be in America for the whole month, visiting 24 different theme parks.
And it's going to be amazing because all of these parks are going to be brand new for you, Charlotte.
I've never been to any of them, so I can't wait to give them an explore.
And for me, there's going to be 10 new parks coming up on this trip. And in this video, we're going to go through the full itinerary, going through all the different theme parks that we're going to be visiting on this epic trip. Now, back in 2019, I did a USA road trip, and it was really challenging at points, and I learned so many lessons along the way with that. That was 2019. So much has happened since then. I really wanted to go back to a lot of these parks because I was just so tired from the itinerary.
Revisit them and make new memories.
That's the thing, and take Charlotte along.
I'm so excited.
And just get back to some of these parks because I was that tired on that trip because of how it was planned that I felt like I didn't really visit some of the parks, even though I did.
Go back and explore them again.
Yeah, and this itinerary I spent a good few weeks really working hard on. In fact, I planned this trip quite a while ago during the COVID pandemic, hoping to do it maybe in 2021. Obviously that never happened because the borders. Then 2022 just wasn't the time. Wanted to make sure that going back to these parks, all COVID restrictions are gone and things are back to normal. And that led us to where we are now, 2023, and where I feel is the perfect time to take on a big USA road trip. And the biggest lesson that I learned from 2019 was time. Like Charlotte said, we're going to be spending the whole month doing this trip.
Oh, it's just so exciting. I just cannot wait to get onto loads of new coasters, loads of new flat rides, and just see the parks in general.
That's the thing, you're going to discover so much, and it really is going to be an amazing trip, and we cannot wait to take you along for the adventure. But here we go. Should we start off by going through the itinerary for this trip?
Let's do it.
Here we go. So we're going to be flying out into Newark Airport in New Jersey, not too far away from New York, but yeah, we thought we'll fly into there instead of JFK because it was much cheaper on the flight. And worth pointing out, we're only going to be doing one flight there, one flight back at the end. We're doing a full circle with this trip. That's the first difference compared to the USA road trip I did in 2019. It's been planned to do a full circular trip instead of kind of flying into one place, driving up and down, and then ending in another place. It's a full circle tour, and we'll show you the full map at the end so you can see the route. So yeah, we're going to be flying into Newark. We then got a nice evening rest before heading to our first park, which is going to be, first park for me, first ever time for all of them for Charlotte. It's Dorney Park where we're going to be starting the trip.
This park looks really good fun. I'm looking forward to Demon Drop. It's a bit like the one that we did at Movie Park with the drop sequence. It was so good. So
Movie Land Park.
That was it,
That's
Movie
it, Movie Land Park.
I'm really looking forward to getting onto that one.
Yeah, there's so many movie parks out there.
I know there is.
But yeah, looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Steel Force actually, which is a Morgan Hypercoaster. But that's the thing with this trip. Again, going back to 2019, I know I've referenced it a lot already, but it was a trip where I learned so many lessons about planning a trip of this scale. And yeah, you know, it was very focused on getting all the creds, and sometimes I feel like it was that cred driven that I didn't really get to see other parts of the park. Even though I did, you know, it was really about the creds. So this time, really want to make sure that, you know, less about the focus on the creds and just seeing the whole experience of these parks.
We like to see everything, including the dark rides, seeing shows, and everything that the park has to offer, not just the coasters all the time.
Yeah, it's a big part of it. We'll try and get all the coasters in, but it won't be the end of the world if I miss a couple of kids' coasters. I think we've both said this trip we'd rather prioritise if there was a dark ride there and a kids' coaster that we've done loads of times as the cloned layouts, we'd go for the dark ride,
because
wouldn't we?
We don't know what to expect in there, as with the kids' coasters, we've sort of done a lot of them.
I'd rather do that than just getting a +1 now, you know. And that's the thing, things change over time, don't they? Your outlook on life really changes. But yeah, part number one is going to be Dorney Park. Following on from that, going to be going back to a historic park that I really enjoyed visiting, and that is Knoebels. I loved this park and I'm really excited for it.
Like from photos and videos I've seen, this park looks really good. I'm looking forward to getting on flying turns because it's like a wooden bobsleigh, which is really exciting.
It's a great ride. I know these past couple of years it's been having a few issues and closed, so I really hope that we do get it. But if not, there's some other great rides at that park. It's really nice. It's family ran as well. It doesn't feel very corporate at all. It's not owned by one of the big companies, so I'm looking forward to getting back there. They've got some other great rides. Fantastic ghost train there as well, which is good.
I've not seen anything about that, so I'm looking forward to it.
You've not really looked too much into these parks.
I think for me, I've not looked into them like loads because I want it to be a little bit of a surprise when I go and not realise that we've got all these rides. I just want to be surprised when I rock up.
Yeah, you kind of looked for like the standouts, but they're not into the finer details.
Not looked into like everything of the park.
Yeah, definitely. Next park coming up, number 3, we're going to be heading to Hershey Park. Luckily, the theme park's a lot better than the chocolate. Whoa, burn!
I actually really like Hershey chocolate.
Well, you'll enjoy the park.
I know,
It's
looking forward to
fantastic. There's so much there. What I'm really excited for is getting on Candemonium, the B&M Hyper, because that wasn't there last time. And also just seeing the main entrance, because when I was last there in 2019, it was all under construction because they were building Candemonium and changing the whole entrance. So I can't wait for that. They are also going to be opening Wildcats Revenge and RMC. The track's nearly completed, but I don't think we're going to get it. I'll be very surprised. They've said opening summer. This trip's going to be happening throughout June. We're visiting this park near the start, so I don't think we're going to get that. But to be honest, done a lot of RMCs, and there's going to be a lot of others on the trip anyway to get
so
on.
if we do miss it, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, but you're looking forward to Hershey Park?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. The theming looks so cute around the park, like little statues with chocolate and stuff, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Really excited for that. We're then going to be making our way to our fourth park, which is another historical park, really, with some other great attractions. That is Kennywood. Really excited to get back here. This is one where I was so tired last time.
No.
I remember walking around the park. I mean, I was tired for a lot of them, and you can really see that in the vlogs. But yeah, Kennywood, I'm really excited to get back there.
I'm looking forward to getting on Exterminator. I was looking on the website. I love an indoor coaster so much, and the theming looks really good in there, so I'm looking forward to giving it a go.
I'm not told what sort of coaster it is inside.
I don't have a clue. I just saw a few photos.
But don't get too excited. But yeah, you've got lots of other great rides there as well. Classic wooden roller coasters, amazing ghost train, one of the best I've ever done. And along with that as well, Phantom's Revenge, which is a brilliant ride. So yeah, really excited to get back to Kennywood. I enjoyed my visit last time, but I was so tired. And also looking forward to getting on Steel Curtain, because yeah, that ride, we saw it being tested, but didn't get to go on it. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, Steel Curtain, very excited to give that one a go. On to the next park that we're going to be visiting then on this trip. It's a first time visit. It's Waldermere Park, and I'm looking forward to stepping into somewhere new. That's the thing with this trip. 10 new parks for me to see, and everything's new for Charlotte. It's going to be really fresh. Just really excited just for it all and discovering it with Charlotte.
So many like bucket list coasters that are going to get on this trip.
Yeah, so many big rides that you've seen like on TV programs and YouTube over the years.
Finally getting to go on them.
Rides that I've spoke about from a few years ago, and Charlotte's going to get to see them. So as much as I'm excited to get into the 10 new parks, I'd say I'm even more excited just to go back to some of these and firstly not be too tired, and also just have Charlotte with me just to come and see it all and see Charlotte's reaction to them all, because there's some amazing rides, some big coasters, and some amazing parks coming up this trip.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, really excited. But yeah, looking forward to Waldermere, because they've got Ravine Flyer 2, which is like a wooden and steel hybrid coaster. Looks really good. I'm very excited for that. Heard a lot of good things from that ride, and the location, the views from that ride look great as well. So I'm very much looking forward to that one.
I'm looking forward to Steel Dragon, because I love a marathon spinning coaster.
Well, next we're going to be heading to a park that I've visited a few times now. It is, of course, the legendary, world famous Cedar Point.
Yes, I'm finally getting to Cedar Point.
Yes, I can't believe we're finally going, and you're coming with me. Like,
I cannot wait to get on Steel Vengeance and see what it's all about.
Steel Vengeance. The question is it still going to be my number one coaster? I've been on so many other rides since then, I really have. And yeah, I just can't wait to get back on it and just see, is it still my favourite? Will I still come into that break room feeling like, oh my God? I think I will do, but you never know. I've just done that much since. And of course, Charlotte's first reactions and just seeing the whole of Cedar Point.
I'm really looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to getting on Gatekeeper, because it's so iconic, just seeing it going across the entrance. So I can't wait to get onto that and see how it rides.
It's a really good B&M wing coaster. Along with that as well, hopefully we'll get their new spinning coaster and the boardwalk area. Wicked Twister's gone. Obviously Top Thrill Dragster's currently closed for its reimagining of some form. So many rumours going around about that, but hopefully we'll find out a bit more by the time we get there. But yeah, no Top Thrill, which will be weird going and seeing the top hat there, I'm not going to lie. But I'm excited for everything else there. I think you'll really enjoy Millennium Force as well. I think that'll be a Charlotte ride.
So many coasts at this park for me to look forward to.
Yeah, we'll be spending a couple of days there as well, which is going to be fantastic. But come and join us, Cedar Point, back on Theme Park Worldwide. One of the world's most famous amusement parks, and we're going to be covering it all and just refreshing my memory. It's been like 4 years since I've been to Cedar Point myself, so I'm really looking forward to it, and taking Charlotte along will be great. It's fantastic with all the coasters there, but there is a lot of other rides and you don't hear about them so much, you know.
That's the thing, it's like I've looked on the website and there is a lot more other than coasters, and they have got goats as well, which is fantastic.
Yeah, they've even got like a historic derby racer, like at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, one of only a few in the world. One of those at Cedar Point.
Is that the one that actually moves?
Yeah, moves back and forwards. Yeah, so you're going to get to see a lot of other things, and I've done this in the vlogs before from Cedar. I'll do it again. We'll be covering everything, and that's the thing with this trip. We'll be covering everything at these parks. We're not just just roller coaster based. We like the full experience, so stay tuned for that. Oh, it's so exciting. Cedar Point, cannot wait to be back there. Up next, it will be time for a visit to another park that I've not done before. Wanted to go here for a while, and yeah, I really like the look of the location of this. It's Indiana Beach, and yeah, this place looks really fascinating. It's got some more classic rides. We nearly actually lost this park a few years ago, which I was gutted because I always wanted to go, but luckily it was saved, and yeah, I'm really excited for this.
There's a coaster here that I can't wait to get on, so it's the Lost Coaster, and it's like in an abandoned mine.
Yeah,
like the trains are so cool on there, so I can't wait to see what's actually inside because it seems very mysterious.
The Lost Coaster of Superstition Mountain is the full name for that one. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. There's another great wooden coaster. It's right by the water, so this looks really nice. Do like boat trips and that sort of thing around there. It looks stunning. I've always wanted to go here for the location. That's the thing for me. It's not just about the rides that they offer. It's also about the location. It's like a boardwalk style park.
The location can really make a park.
Yeah, definitely. And in America, Boardwalk Park, Classic Woodies, I think I'm going to really like that place. Yeah, it's going to be great. Indiana Beach. On to the next park that we're going to be visiting. It's Six Flags Great America. This park's got so many coasters, lots to pack into our day here, but I'm very excited. Have you seen anything what you like the look of?
So I'm looking forward to Superman. I love flying coasters, so I can't wait to get onto another one and see how it rides.
And something that I can't wait for is Max Force, because I've heard the launch on this is incredible. Still not being on this. Really wanting to squeeze this park in 2019, but again, it was really prioritising things. You know, we did that trip over 3 weeks, whereas this one, we've got the month, you know, to really get everything in, and a much better itinerary, but I'll go more into that at the end. But yeah, Max Force, very much excited for that, and just seeing this park. We've got a lot of coasters, a lot to pack into a day, but again, if we don't get everything, it's not the end of the world. We'll try our best, you know.
It's sort of like prioritising rides when we do this trip. It's like knowing what we definitely want to go on and then sort of work down.
Yeah, like we know Charlotte wants to get the flying coaster, I want to get Max Force. We'll get on them first and then kind of work down the order of size, how unique it is, and go from there. But I know, really excited for that. On to the next part that we're going to be visiting. It's another first time visit for me. It's Mount Olympus we're going to be going to. This place looks very unique.
The theme in here looks so good. They've got some go-karts, which I'm looking forward to. And the theme to like a massive like Trojan horse. It looks so good.
A bit like the horse on Troy at Toverland.
Yeah, it looks like that, but it's like got a go-kart track built into it.
I'm looking forward to Hades 360 because I've heard a lot about this coaster over the years. It's a wooden hybrid coaster, so a mix between wood and steel. And yeah, it actually drops down under the car park and then comes back through this massive tunnel. Must have cost a fortune to build this ride, so I can't wait to see it. I've heard that it is quite rough, so you know, I'll prepare myself. Get ready, Charlotte, for a rough ride. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just seeing what that's going to be like. So yeah, looking forward to this one, Mount Olympus. We're going to be moving on to our next park, and this is another new park for me to visit, and not just that, it's a new park in general. It only opened last year, 2022. It actually had a very short operating season as well. I'm looking forward to getting here. Brand new park. It's Lost Island. Yeah, it looks great.
For me, I can't see a standout on the website, but the theme in here looks really good on the flat rides.
Yeah, they've actually got a dark ride, and I saw an animatronic and a preview of this at IAAPA in Orlando, the big theme park trade show, and actually met the director, I believe it was, of the park back then. And I remember saying, oh, I'd love to come and visit at some point. Well, 2023 is that time. I'm going to go and check that out. It looks like a really nice park. Obviously, it's, you know, it's very new. I don't think it's got loads of landscaping and that sort of thing, but it's got great theming. And also, we're going to get to ride a coaster that used to operate at Liseberg in Sweden, Kanonen. That's set to be opening there this year. It's changed names. It's had a repaint. It's green now. But that's an old school Intamin hydraulic launch coaster.
Oh, what a classic.
Yeah, and they actually took it out at Liseberg and put in Valkyria, the dive coaster, but that's now ended up over there. So that's going to be interesting to get on. It didn't open last year when it was at Lost Island. They were still kind of finishing it off, but that should be open this year for our visit. So yeah, looking forward to that one. Along with that, we're going to be visiting another part that I've not done. That's the thing with this. It's really a completely different trip to 2019. I'm really pleased with the itinerary. And when I show you this map at the end as well, you'll realise just how much better this lineup is in the order we're doing things. Yeah, definitely. It took me time, but I'm really proud of it. Yeah, we're going to Adventureland. So this place looks really interesting. I'm looking forward to Tornado, which is an out and back wooden coaster. I like a classic Woody, especially out and back. So that should be good. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to Monster, which is an infinity coaster, and the train design at the front is so cute. It's like a big monster going across the tracks. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be great. Yeah. I don't know loads about the park, and I don't know loads about some of these that I've never visited before. Until you walk in for the first time,
you don't know.
You don't know things like the layout. We know what hardware they've got with coasters and rides, but when you walk in, what's the park like? What's the entrance like, for the example? I like seeing all that kind of stuff. What are the areas of the park like? Are they themed areas, or is it more amusement park style?
Flow nicely into different areas.
Yeah, that's the thing, and you sometimes get little hidden surprises along the way as well. I'm sure we'll have plenty in this trip. I mean, 24 parks is a lot of parks, so there's going to be a lot of surprises, especially for Charlotte, who's never done any of them before. But yeah, really excited for Adventureland. Following on from that, going to be heading to Worlds of Fun. This is a good park. I really enjoyed my visit here back in 2019. They've also got a new ride opening this year called Zambezi Zinga. It's a GCI roller coaster. Looks great. It's got a spiral lift hill. Hopefully we're going to get it, but again, we don't know at this stage. They haven't announced an opening. They're saying summer for this one, so there's a chance we might, there's a chance we won't. But that's the thing with this trip. We're not really going for these new rides. We're going just to see the parks and do everything. And for Charlotte's first time, if we get these new rides that are opening, it's a bonus, really.
I've not seen any photos of that. Sounds quite cool, the spiral lift hill.
Yeah, it looks really unique there from GCI. Yeah, so looking forward to giving that a go. But yeah, Worlds of Fun should be fantastic. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's a coaster there called Mamba. It looks a bit like the big one, so I'm looking forward to getting on that one.
It is good. Like Mamba, I really enjoyed it. I had quite a few rides on that. So yeah, looking forward to getting back on Mamba at Worlds of Fun. We're then going to be making our way to a park that I fell in love with back in 2019, but only had one day at, so we're going to be having a couple of days there this time, and that is Silver Dollar City. This place is absolutely beautiful, one of the most gorgeous parks I've ever been to. Like, the area of this park's amazing, like the landscape in there, the terrain, the theming, the rides. It's a great park, and also I actually go and see the Marvel Cave this time. I didn't know this, Charlotte, but there's this massive cave underground, and I didn't even know it existed until afterwards, and got told you missed how the park kind of started. So this time we've got a couple of days. We'll go and check out the Marvel Cave.
100%.
I think there's a certain ride that Charlotte's looking forward to as well.
I cannot wait to get on Time Travel and see how it rides compared to Ride to Happiness, because I love Ride to Happiness. It's one of my favourite coasters, so I'm looking forward to see how it compares.
Yeah, there's only 2 of the Mack Extreme Spinners out there.
We need more of them.
We do. The great rides are very expensive to buy from Mack Rides, but yeah, I'd love to see more of them. But yeah, getting on Time Travel, the original, one of these as well. It's a fantastic ride. I think for me, Ride to Happiness is better, but it's been a long time since I've been on Time Traveller.
Looks so good on the Time Travel course.
The whole park is kind of like this frontier, Wild West kind of theme, and it's beautiful. I'm looking forward to going on their Rapids as well, that opened a couple of years ago.
No.
Lots of water rides coming up on this trip. Hey, hopefully we'll have some decent weather, but when we're covering such a wide area,
it's going to be mixed.
It's going to be mixed. Well, one day we'll be in our shorts, the next day we'll be in a coat. It all depends. So we're going to take a good range of clothes, because we're covering over 4,000 miles across America.
I'll just pack my whole wardrobe, we'll be fine.
Literally. Well, the thing is, we've got a car which we're keeping for the whole month. So the good thing is, when you've got a vehicle that you're keeping for that long period of time, you can pack it full of supplies like water and drinks and food, and also lots of clothes as well.
The good thing is we've got washing facilities along the way, so we can just wash as we go.
Yeah, it's going to be ideal. But really looking forward to getting back to Silver Dollar City. Following on from that, going to be heading to Six Flags St. Louis. So yeah, this was a good park. I enjoyed visiting there, and so it'd be nice to get back on some of the rides there. Are you looking forward to that, Charlotte?
I'm looking forward to getting on Fireball. I saw some photos on the website. It looks quite cool.
Yeah, there's some great rides. There's a really good wooden coaster there as well. There's an invert. Yeah, there's quite a few good rides at that park. And that's the thing. You haven't really seen much from Six Flags or Cedar Fair, really, have you?
Not before.
So yeah, you're going to really get to see the 2 kind of biggest chain theme park companies.
I think I've only done one Six Flags, haven't I?
Yeah, that's the thing. You've only done Six Flags Magic Mountain in California, and Cedar Fair Park's Knott's Berry Farm, which you've done.
I love Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, and there's parts of Cedar Point that are very similar to Knott's in a way as well, which is great in terms of the theme and just the general. How Six Flags parks are operating, Cedar Fair are operated. They're very different parts to each other. So I'm looking forward to just getting back to them all. And fingers crossed we'll be in for some good operations.
Oh, I hope so.
Hopefully I'm not going to miss like loads of the main rides like at the start of the 2019 trip. And I started it feeling ill, but fingers crossed on this one. Yeah, really looking forward to that. They're going to be making my way with Charlotte to Holiday World.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I cannot wait to get on the voyage. I have heard so much about this coaster, so I can't wait to give it a go. I've not seen any POVs, but I've heard so much about this coaster.
The voyage is amazing. It's right up there. It's a top 10 coaster for me. Very excited to give it a ride. I remember last time the day got cut short because of the weather. A massive storm came in the afternoon and that was it. Park was closed. That's the thing in America. It's very different to like visiting parks in Europe and even really like to Florida and California and stuff, especially like Florida where they tend to just power on. Even if the weather is bad, they kind of power on unless it's a hurricane or something. Whereas, you know, in other parts of America, it can be different. If there is a big storm comes in, that can be it. That can be the end of your day.
The weather can change so much in America. You can go from like blazing sun to a storm within minutes.
Yeah, it sounds like here in the UK.
Yeah,
at the moment. But yeah, so looking forward to having more time there. Thunderbird's really good as well. The Wing Coaster, which is launched, and I think you'll really enjoy that.
Cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. B&M launch Wing. Some of the great rides there as well that I'm very much looking forward to. But yeah, back to Holiday Worlds. Next up then, it'll be a first time visit to Kentucky Kingdom. Very much looking forward to stepping into this park for the first time. I know they've got quite a few different coasters, including an RMC called Storm Chaser.
I do like an RMC, to be honest, so I look forward to getting on that.
Yeah, definitely. And also with this park, again, it's first time going in, so you don't know what to expect. There's going to be lots of different surprises along the way, which I'm looking forward to. I wanted to get this one in last time. It's not even that far away from Holiday World. But again, the itinerary wasn't great. So this time, made sure we've worked it in there and looking forward to it. It should be great.
We will give it an explore and see what they have to offer.
100%. Up next, we're going to be heading to Kings Island. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back to this park. With Kings Island, didn't have the best kind of end to the day last time. But again, I'm just so tired. So I'm really excited to get back here and of course experience Orion, which is a B&M Giga Coaster. And yeah, just getting back on all the classics at the park as well. You got Banshee there, which I'm looking forward to giving another go. And yeah, all the other rides and just getting back to Kings Island because it was a really impressive park with some great coasters, but was just so tired, you know, because of the itinerary last time to enjoy it. So I'm really excited for that this time.
I'm looking forward to getting on the Beast. I've heard so many good things about this, and I've heard that it is an amazing night ride, so I'm hoping that we get a night ride on it.
Well, it's a sore subject, that one, but fingers crossed, get a night ride on it this time, yeah. Fingers crossed for that one, but Kings Island, very much looking forward to getting back to that park. And again, Orion, like I say, it's going to be great to go on there. We're then going to be making our way down to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Now, Pigeon Forge has got lots of different attractions. We haven't really planned loads into there yet because that's really more of a rest day, kind of driving down. Yes, a rest day in the itinerary, can't believe it. But yeah, we're going to be driving down to Pigeon Forge. When we get there, whatever time that will be, we'll probably do a couple of attractions down there. There's loads to do. There's like alpine coasters down there, small little amusement parks.
It looks really cute.
It's great down in Pigeon Forge, and so yeah, I'm really excited for that. We're going to be down there for a few days, and of course the main attraction down in Pigeon Forge, we're going to be spending a couple of days at Dollywood.
Oh, I'm so excited to go to Dollywood. The theming just looks lovely, and overall it just looks like a really fun, friendly park.
It really is. It's one of the friendliest parks, and that's a key word to this. It's just such a nice, relaxing vibe there, but you've also got some amazing rides too, such as Lightning Rod.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to getting on Lightning Rod. You wasn't that impressed, was you?
No, again, I think it was just the overall tiredness of the trip as well, to be honest, you know, and how it was. Again, I keep referencing that, but I'll come more into it at the end of the video. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. And also, should be getting on their new ride as well, which looks awesome. And that races all around the mountain.
It looks
around
really
the park.
good. I love the track colour and the theming that's starting to go around there looks really good.
Yes, I'm excited for that. It opens like next month as well, so we're going to get on that. Yeah, definitely very excited for that one. Along with that, get back on Wild Eagle, Tennessee Tornado. Oh, there's some amazing rides at that park. So I'm really looking forward to stepping back there, having more time to enjoy it. You're going to get to ride an awesome Kerstar Eurofighter as well, which is great. Mystery Mine, it's got some really good effects. I've actually changed a little bit of Mystery Mine since last time I was there. So yeah, I'm really excited to get back to Dollywood, Dolly Parton's theme park. And again, there's so much more there other than just the coasters. It's the full experience, and that's what I really want to focus on this time and with this trip. I don't want it to be just about the crowds and the coasters.
Focus on
the full experience of it, which is what our channel is always about. The 2019 trip was very coaster focused, whereas this trip is going to be very different to that. But Dollywood is an amazing park, and I'm so excited to get back there and get their new ride in there as well, which is going to be awesome. Following on from that, we're going to be making our way to Six Flags over Georgia. Returning visit to this park. They've got some really good rides there. Again, it wasn't really the best of days last time, so I'm excited to get back there, give it a go, because you drive up to this park and you see this massive skyline. That's the thing with a lot of these parks, you know, what Charlotte's not going to be used to. When you're driving up and you just see these massive big boy coasters
That was
in
like
front
when
of
we
you.
went to Six Flags Magic Mountain. It's so nice driving onto the car park and thinking, wow, look at these coasters on the car park.
Yeah, you're looking forward to Six Flags
Yeah, I'm
over Georgia?
looking forward to Twisted Cyclone.
Yeah, there's some good stuff there. It's a great RMC. Along with that as well, some great B&M hardware at that park, which I'm excited to get on again. And yeah, hopefully we'll be in for a good day at that park. Really excited for it. Following on from that, going to be making our way to a new park, and that is Fun Spot Atlanta. So they've not got loads here until literally a few weeks ago when they opened up an RMC coaster called Airy Force One. Every time I say the name of this ride, I want to say Air Force One, but it's Airy Force One, RMC hybrid coaster. This looks fantastic. It's a ground up RMC as well. They've not kind of, it's not replaced an old wooden coaster and they've retracked it. It's a ground up, brand new RMC at Fun Spot in Atlanta. And yeah, obviously it's owned by the same company that own the Fun Spot parks down in Florida. So I'm really looking forward to this. From a POV and review, some friends of mine went on it recently. It's been getting rave reviews, this coaster.
I love the colour of the track. The airtime looks great. It looks like it's quite a long layout as well. So I'm looking forward to getting on
an
it.
interesting ride for this park that
It
really
is.
has only got like a lot of other smaller rides. They've not got anything massive standout.
Big investment for
It's a
them.
huge investment. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting on that. We couldn't go to Six Flags over Georgia and not go down and get Air Force One.
Definitely
Like we
not.
had to go and get that in this time. So yeah, really looking forward to Fun Spot Atlanta. Up next, we're going to be returning to a park that I absolutely loved last time. It is, of course, Carowinds, home to the beauty that is Fury 325. It's an amazing ride,
I
it really
have heard
is.
so much about that coaster. Looking forward to giving it a go.
Oh, one of the best B&Ms out there. Really excited. B&M Giga Coaster as well. So if you to go on something, you know, from B&M that's over 300 foot, it's
That
like,
is
you know,
huge.
yeah, it's a big ride. So yeah, really excited for that. You looking forward to
I'm
it?
looking forward to Cophead Strike as well.
Yes, Mac
I
Rise
love
launch.
the car train design.
Yeah, it's really nice and it's a great coaster. Really enjoyed it, and it's a well themed experience. I think that's the thing with Carowinds, and especially with their new investments for this year, they're kind of going in with more themed areas now at that park, which I do like. I feel like that's kind of where the industry's going more now, down the themed experiences. Even in America, in what were classed more as amusement parks with some of these Six Flags and Cedar Fair parks, the fact that going more down the themed route is a real positive. But yeah, I'm really excited to get back on Fury 325. Absolutely amazing. Another park that I'm really excited to get back to, somewhere that I fell in love with, is Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I think you'll really enjoy it here, Charlotte. It's a great
I've
park.
only done Busch Gardens Tampa, and I absolutely love the park. So I'm looking forward to seeing another Busch Gardens, and I'm looking forward to getting on Dark Coaster.
Yes, this is their new investment for this year, Intamin Straddle Coaster.
Love the train design.
Yeah, we know we're going to be getting this one as well because it's going to be opening for our trip, so that's really exciting. Along with that, I can't wait for Pantheon because yeah, that's opened since last time I was at this park. We went on Tutatis a couple of weeks ago at Park Asterix. A lot of people say that Tutatis is like a mini Pantheon, so I'm really excited to get on it. I know it's not really got the theme in,
No, it's a bit
but
bare,
yeah, it
isn't
is
it?
very bare. However, in terms of the coaster, I'm really excited
Looks like
to give
it
it a
rides
go.
quite well.
You got some other great rides there as well. Loch Ness Monster, that's
Oh,
iconic.
that is so iconic. I used to watch like TV programs when I was younger of like coasters, and I used to see Loch Ness Monster and the big yellow track. I can't wait to get on that.
Yeah, there's some really good stuff, great hardware at that park, and really excited to go and check it out. Busch Gardens Williamsburg, getting back there for the first time since 2019. It's a beautiful park because obviously with Tampa, it's all kind of themed around animals and that sort of thing. This one's themed around like different like countries. You walk
so it's
in,
very different
yeah,
vibe.
you walk in and the entrance is actually themed around the UK. So
that's
yeah,
really
you got like
cool.
all
I've not
the
seen that.
flags up and stuff. Yeah, it's really nice. You'll really enjoy it. It's a great park. I'm very excited to get back there. I tell you what, we told you it was going to be a big trip. We've still got a few more parts to reveal as we're going to be making our way next to King's Dominion. Getting back to this park, there's some amazing rides here. What are you looking forward to,
I'm
Charlotte?
looking forward to Intimidate 305.
Hey, I tell you what, I-305 is an amazing ride. It's very intense. I don't think Charlotte's going to like
do
it,
you not
I'll be
think I'll
honest.
like it?
I don't think you will. You're looking forward to it. I think it'd be too much for Charlotte.
Oh no, I'll have my eyes closed if it's too much.
Literally, it's a proper grey out, possibly even blackout moment
oh,
at the
no.
bottom of the drop because you know you're 305 foot tall,
I
hence
didn't
the name.
realise.
You go down this massive drop and then into like a bank on the ground, which is like 10 feet above the ground.
I'll just hold on and hope for the best.
You'll enjoy it, but blimey, yeah, it really warmed up throughout the
Blackout.
day. Went on it first last time, was a little bit disappointed, but that's the key to rides. You've got to wait for them to warm up. This one really did. By the end of the day, flying around the track. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting back on I-305 and yeah, just seeing their new things since last time I went as well, which is going to be fantastic. Yeah, they've got an S&S Nest coaster there now. So get on that in like a themed area. So see what that's like. Yeah, really looking forward to it. On to the final couple of parks that we're going to be visiting, and the next park will be Six Flags America. So we're going to be checking this out, and it will also be a first time visit for me to this park as well. Looking forward to Superman Ride of Steel. That looks fantastic. I've done another one of these before, but yeah, great ride. So I'm looking forward to getting on Superman.
I always get confused looking at Six Flags websites because basically they have all the names of the coasters, but at different parks they're different. It's like Superman and other parks a flying coaster.
Yeah, it's really weird, and that's the thing, because of the IPs and stuff that they use. Then yeah,
you sort of change it up.
Completely different. You know, one thing is, oh, my favourite ride's Superman. Well, which one? There's about 20 of them. Yeah, which is good fun. Yeah, you looking forward to that?
I'm looking forward to Joker's Jinx. It's like a launch coaster, which I love launch coasters. Some of my favourites.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Yeah, really looking forward to getting there for a first time visit. Six Flags America. I tell you what, we told you it was going to be an epic trip. What an itinerary. And we've got one more park that we're going to be visiting right at the end. And it's home to the world's tallest roller coaster, King Dakar itself.
Honestly,
hey.
This is like the ultimate bucket list coaster, King Dakar is. I've seen this from when I was younger. I cannot wait to get on this and see how it rides because it looks humongous.
Six Flags Great Adventure is a fantastic park, and it's got some amazing rides there. Of course, King Dakar is the big standout. And a lot of people said to me, oh, King Dakar, you know, don't get too excited for it, It's amazing. Like, I really loved King Dakar.
I cannot wait.
It's a great ride, and especially because you're not getting Top Thrill Dragster.
Oh, no.
This will kind of make up for it in a way.
Does, yeah.
They're both very similar rides.
I'm not too upset now.
That's the thing, you're going to be getting on King Dakar. Along with that, there's some other fantastic rides at this park, which I'm really looking forward to. I don't know if El Toro is going to be operating or not, because obviously there was a couple of incidents on there, which is really sad. But just getting back there, getting on King Dakar, and just seeing everything else at that park
the
again.
Drop tower inside King Dakar.
Yeah, it's amazing, like literally built onto the structure.
I don't know if I'll do it.
Oh, you've got to do it. You've got to do it.
It's so tall.
It is. It's actually not that forceful, to be honest.
So
You'd be surprised. But yeah, so there you go. That is our big summer 2023 biggest ever USA road trip. I am so excited. I've wanted to do something like this again for a good couple of years. Then COVID came around. It would have probably been 2021. Obviously, I did the trip in 2019. I would have, you know, waited a couple of years and then done something like this. But then COVID came along, which has pushed us back. So it's been like 4 years since I've done some of these parks, and also with a completely revised itinerary, which I'm really pleased about.
I just cannot wait to see all these parks for the first time and get on some really good bucket list coasters.
Yeah, a lot of bucket lists. This is like, when it comes to coaster road trips, getting on the biggest and the most amount of rides, this is the one. I mean, America's got so many theme parks, and we're going to be really covering a lot on this trip. And I'm getting 10 new parks, 24 parks in total, 24 new parks for Charlotte, loads of roller coasters, dark rides, flat rides, water rides, other experiences. It really is going to be an amazing trip, and we're going to document it all, take you along for the adventure. Of course, we'll be filming some of the travel in between the parks and that sort of thing as well. But that does lead me on to just talking about, you know, I've learned so much since that 2019 trip. I was absolutely shattered at points on that trip, because sometimes I was driving through the night, you know, and missing like night sleep and that sort of thing. With this trip and how it's been designed, the longest drive at one point is just under 4 hours, which I'm really pleased about.
I have to have my sleep to be able to function on a park day. So luckily, we are going to be able to have good sleeps and not be shattered at these parks.
Yeah, what we've done with this round circular trip is great. So I'm going to just show you that map now. There it is, and you can see just here how we're going to be starting off in Newark and ending in Newark and doing this full circle round across a month. And that's the thing for this trip. I learned so much in terms of you need to rest. You know, as much as I was excited, I was buzzing to go to these parks, it did take away my enjoyment a little bit last time, but I've learned that when planning this itinerary.
It's one of them, if you've got long park hours, you don't want to end up having to drive like hours. So we've done it where it's like so much of a drive, and then it's like pulling to the side and there's a hotel there waiting for us.
Yeah, all the hotels that we've booked for this trip, which was a, you know, an ordeal booking and everything, because we're in different hotels every night. You know, we've got like 30 different hotels. It was planning it all, but you know, we didn't want to drive too much off that road. So if we're on that road, the hotel's like half a mile or a mile off the road instead of going massively off route, which I'm really pleased about. Also, the quality of some of the hotels last time was awful, so we've kind of upped the quality a little bit, not too much, because we, you know, they are only bases, but a little bit better than last time. I'm taking Charlotte with me this time, so it's got to be, you know, a bit better standard hotels.
Better quality.
And just most importantly, then drives in between the parks. Now with how we've done the drives, you know, we'll be kind of doing half in the morning and half at night. Last time the drives were kind of all done at night after the park closed. This time it'll be, if we've got a 3-hour total drive, we'll maybe drive an hour and a half, stay in the hotel, and then drive the next hour and a half the next morning kind of thing.
That just works so much better, because then you're still getting your good rest and you don't mind getting up too early the next morning to drive to the park.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm really pleased with the itinerary. It took me a long time to work this out, because obviously around opening hours as well, the parts you wanted to do, the distances, finding hotels, planning a trip like this is not easy. In fact, it's the hardest trip that I've ever planned. It took me, you know, nights upon nights of just really looking at the parks and where I wanted to do and what I wanted to get in. But I'm so pleased with it. I hope it all works out. I think it will do. I'm really positive. If we get the new rides along the way, great. But to be honest, out of all that, there's maybe only 2 or 3 new attractions that we might miss.
So if we do miss them, it's not too bad.
We're literally riding hundreds of rides on this trip.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be maybe even over 1,000 rides like by the end in a month. Like, it's crazy, you know, when you think about each individual attraction. And we can't wait to take you along for the adventure. But comment down below, let us know your thoughts on this amazing trip. Which parts are you looking forward to seeing for the first time on the channel? Which ones are you looking forward for me to get back to? And of course, first reactions for Charlotte as well.
I just cannot wait to get to all these parks.
It's going to be amazing. I feel really refreshed about it this time, and I've learned so much. That's the thing, sometimes you need to do something and it not go that well
to be able to learn and look back
learn and look back on it, you know. And it was amazing. I managed to complete that in 2019, but with this one it's a lot more relaxed. We've got like an extra, you know, 8 days on what it was last time, and actually less miles of driving because of how the itinerary's been planned.
Around instead of going like this.
It's like 4,100 miles I think total. It's about, I think it's 68 hours of driving, which when you think 68 hours of driving over the course of a month,
too bad,
really isn't that bad, you know, when you break it all down. But thanks so much for joining us for this big trip reveal. There we go. I tell you what a year of adventures. We started off the year in Singapore, Australia and Malaysia, biggest trips, furthest away from home, and now we've got this big summer trip to America.
Can't come round quick enough.
It's going to be amazing, it really is. But there we go. Thank you very much for joining us. Just want to say, as always, thanks for your continued support.
Really
Without all of you, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Really do appreciate it, and we can't wait to take you along on this amazing adventure. That's the thing, you know, we're going to be out there living this, but you're also going to be watching it through your screens. We'll take you along on this adventure, and there's going to be loads and loads of vlogs coming up from this trip, which is going to be absolutely awesome. But there we go. Thanks for joining us here on Theme Park Worldwide. Let us know your thoughts in the video comments, and that leaves us with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. We'll see you all in the next video.